back and they do it again.
High five, boss.
You know I don't do those.
NCIS Origins returns Tuesday, October 14th, part of CBS Premiere Week.
I'm Sophia Murphy, 19 News, helping you better understand what's happening here at Michigan State Capitol, only on WZMQ 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, we speak with Northern Michigan University about how federal funding cuts to public broadcasting will affect their operations moving forward. Plus, tensions flare as President Trump and Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell clash over a major renovation project. We'll have the latest from Washington, D.C. And caring for the community and earning national recognition. An Upper Peninsula hospice provider is being honored for its exceptional service. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
All right, a first look at your forecast. We're getting ready for Friday, which means you basically made it to the weekend, and we will be dealing with some heat and some air quality. But for tonight, overall, things are nice and calm. We have clear skies, but likely running into that hazy sunshine as we head through tomorrow. Air quality warning is in effect, so close those windows tonight with the clear skies and lots of sunshine on the way. Hazy sunshine at that. I'll have more information on the air quality warnings and your weekend in just a few minutes.
Kelly, thank you. A 78-year-old man from Crystal Falls is being charged with murder following his arrest on Tuesday. The Iron County Sheriff's Office took George Walter Camber into custody without incident following the initial investigation into the death of a 76-year-old woman. He faces one count of homicide, open murder, and was given a $150,000 cash bond. We will continue to provide updates as this story develops. Over the past few weeks, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting has been under fire after claims of bias pushed the Trump administration to cut over $1 billion in its federal funding. Hundreds of local radio and TV stations under the CPB are already feeling those financial effects, including WNMU in Marquette. Andrew Hans has more.
Recently, the House passed the Rescissions Act of 2025, which includes pulling roughly $1.1 billion in previously approved funding from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, supporting PBS and NPR News. These cuts have quickly made their way into rural stations such as WNMU FM and WNMU TV.
There's been threats before of federal funding being cut or reduced, and this is the first time that this level of cut has happened, so it's unprecedented for WNMU and for the whole public media ecosystem.
Over the next 2 years, the cuts are estimated at $2.2 million in losses to WNMU. For over 50 years, the station has been a reliable source for important broadcasts such as Amber Alerts, weather emergencies, national and global news, and children's educational television.
Our goal is to make sure we can continue with that as much as possible. We may have to scale back in some areas and invest in others to do this strategically, but we're confident that we're going to find a path forward and continue through this.
WNMU heavily relies on public funding through local fundraising and contributions from viewers and listeners. Federally received funds make up 1/3 of the station's overall revenue.
We're fortunate we have very generous support from the community for both radio and TV, but we also know that we have to seek out alternative funding. We can't expect the community to cover the kind of loss that we're going to lose from federal funding. We're working on alternative sources right now, and since this is relatively new, we're still in process with that.
The station is currently in contact with Michigan lawmakers to reinstate some level of funding in the fiscal year 2026 appropriations. In Marquette, Andrew Hans, WZMQ 19 News.
WNMU also says they will keep the public updated as they search for these alternative sources of funding. President Trump toured the renovations at the Federal Reserve today while continuing to pressure Fed Chairman Jerome Powell to lower interest rates. While the president focused on the economy, pressure on his administration to release more details about convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein shows little sign of easing soon. Today, a top member of the Justice Department met with Epstein accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell. Erica Brown has the latest from Washington, D.C.
So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it just came out. As they toured the renovations underway at the Federal Reserve's D.C. headquarters, it was clear President Trump and Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell did not see eye to eye when it came to its cost.
You just added in a third building is what that is. That's a third building.
Well, no, but it's a building that's being built.
No, it was built 5 years ago. We finished Martin 5 years ago.
It's part of the overall work.
But it's
So,
not new.
The visit came as the president continued to push the Fed chair to lower interest rates.
I think he's going to do the right thing. Everybody knows what the right thing is. Even people that believed in, the higher rates, they're all on board. They all want to see the interest rates come down. It's very important.
When asked about firing Powell, Trump said he didn't think it was necessary, noting Powell's term ends in May. The president's Federal Reserve tour comes as bipartisan pressure mounts for his administration to release more information related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
I want all the information out. I mean, my consistent view has been they ought to make all of it public.
On Thursday, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche questioned Epstein co-conspirator and convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell in Florida.
Ms. Maxwell answered every single question. She answered all the questions truthfully, honestly, and to the best of her ability.
After the interview, Maxwell returned to the federal prison in Tallahassee, where she is serving a 20-year sentence.
Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche says he will continue his questioning of Maxwell tomorrow. Columbia University in New York has reached a $200 million settlement with the Trump administration in connection with the recent campus protests there and claims the university did not do enough to stop the harassment of Jewish students. Nikki Batiste reports from Columbia.
The settlement comes as the university had been negotiating with the administration to restore its access to $400 million in federal funding. Columbia says it has agreed to pay the $200 million settlement in addition to $21 million to settle investigations brought by the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. The university has also agreed to a series of changes, including an independent monitor who will assess compliance with the agreement and federal laws. In a statement, Columbia said it does not admit to wrongdoing with this resolution agreement and that the institution's leaders have recognized that reform was and is needed. In March, the Trump administration canceled grants and contracts over claims that the university failed to stop anti-Semitism on campus in the wake of protests against Israel's war in Gaza. The settlement comes just one day after the university said it suspended and expelled dozens of students who participated in several of those pro-Palestinian demonstrations. Columbia is one of a dozen universities or so that the Trump administration has targeted with funding cuts over anti-Semitism, but it's the first to reach a settlement.
An Upper Peninsula hospice provider has received a 2025 Hospice Honors Award. The Hospice Foundation of America awards top service providers with the Hospice Honors CAPS Award, and UP Home Health and Hospice in Ishpeming is one of the 2025 recipients. For decades, staff has been serving those with life-limiting illnesses, providing support and care for the patient and their families.
What we do, we've been around since 1973, so we really have this legacy of caring and these great clinical quality nurses and social workers and physicians. So just to have our hospice line, our hospice program as well be honored for this, it was just a great news for us.
For more information on how UP Home Health and Hospice can provide help for you or a loved one, visit WZMQ19.com. A new study shows women with uterine fibroids don't have to suffer in silence. Uterine fibroids are non-cancerous tumors that affect about 80% of women by the time they turn 50, causing pain, heavy menstrual cycles, and anemia. They're also chronic and recurrent. Dr. Tara Shirazian is director of NYU Langone Center for Fibroid Care, and she says there are lifestyle changes women can make to mitigate symptoms and regrowth.
There's a lot of research around vitamin D deficiency and fibroid growth.
So you should take vitamin D.
You should take vitamin D. You want normal vitamin D levels. You want diets that are anti-inflammatory. You want lots of vegetables, 5 servings a day. You want to be exercising because weight can increase the growth rate of fibroids.
Doctors say there's racial disparity in fibroid disease, disproportionately affecting black women. And there's a genetic component. If you have a family history of the condition, you're more likely to develop fibroids. Kelly Rowland has your first warning weather forecast when we come back. Plus, we speak to an author who's giving his own perspective on the beauty of the Great Lakes. And Italian Fest returns to Ishpeming this weekend. We'll have a preview of what is new this year and what activities are set to take place. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Looking for a car that won't fall apart on the way home? Bam! Come to John's Auto where cars are clean, run great, and don't smell like french fries. Does your car need a tune-up? Bam! Service department. Do you want your car to sparkle? Bam! Detailing department. Need a quieter sister? Bam! Wait. For the best pre-owned cars, the best service, and the best detailing, come to John's Auto Marquette.
Save big money on your roofing project at Menards with Owens Corning Shingles. Your roof is the first line of defense against the elements and enhances the appearance of your home's exterior. Owens Corning Duration Shingles feature ultimate protection and impressive curb appeal. Choose from 24 colors of Owens Corning Duration Shingles and get an 11% rebate now at Menards. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards. Here's your WZMQ CBS This is Home Community Calendar.
She's fair.
Untrue, Your Honor.
What? You're going to have your turn.
She's inquisitive.
What in the world led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS. Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News. WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back, everyone. We finally had some nice sunshine back for today. 77 degrees was that high temperature. The average is 76 and the record is 90. Set back in 1989, not close to there, and just 1/10 of an inch of rain. So today really was nice and quiet and calm. We had more heat issues and air quality issues too over the last few days, and that will continue with tomorrow. Already seeing that air quality warning in effect for everyone. That's the gray. That's until tomorrow afternoon. So for tonight, make sure to close those windows, and when you drive the car tomorrow morning with any plans that you have outside, the soccer games, the summer camps, have that air recirculate in the car instead of pulling the air from the outside. This is a look at your morning tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. We are expecting that wildfire smoke from Canada to push down into the entire Upper Peninsula. Now, I put the time to the end of the air quality warning, but that doesn't mean that we are all A-OK. That just means that the worst of it will probably be out of here by then, but it will still linger. Areas of hazy sunshine. Anytime you see the clear skies here, expect the air quality to be an issue. So any cloud cover and rain that we do see on this futurecast will help. Now, maybe a few light drops for tomorrow evening, but really Friday and Saturday are looking dry. It's the air quality and the heat that are the bigger issues than the rain. Now, Saturday, nice and clear. Any plans that you have outside, we're looking good. Saturday night, we may have a few storms, but it's really Sunday evening that has that better chance. So very brief scattered showers for Friday and Saturday with the better chance coming Sunday evening. But high temperatures are in the upper 70s, lower 80s, and even mid 80s. We kind of climb through the weekend with plenty of sunshine. So not only do we have to worry about the air quality, but also keeping your skin safe. Wear that SPF. Will still have the heat risk for tomorrow. It is minor, so a brief break in that heat risk. But for Sunday, we get some of those oranges and reds back. That's the indication of moderate and major risk. Sunday, we are expecting the greater risk for the heat. So, of course, ahead of storms, whenever we have that heat, that's always fuel for any storms that want to get going, and it will definitely have it, and it will likely linger into Monday too. The UV index outlook over the next 5 days will also be into that high to very high range, especially through the weekend, the 8th. So any beach, baseball, soccer games, anything you have outside is going to be really important to keep all those things in mind. Quick check right here on the tropical weather. This little area in the Gulf has a 10% tropical cyclone formation chance over the next 2 to 7 days. So if you're planning on heading down to Texas or Louisiana, expect some more cloud cover and more rain, but we definitely do not have that here for Friday and headed into the weekend. We have those really warm temperatures carrying us all the way into Monday, but then when we get to Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we'll keep the sunshine, but we'll have temperatures back into the mid to lower 70s.
Kelly, thank you. A popular photographer is shining a spotlight on the Great Lakes with his new photo book. WZMQ reporter Samuel McKnight gives us a closer look at the book and its author.
Earlier this month, Northwestern University Press published The Third Coast, a photography book exploring all 5 Great Lakes by Michigan-born photographer David Zurich. Zurich said the project started during the pandemic when his international travel was put on hold.
When COVID hit and the pandemic closed down international travel, so I'm kind of spinning my wheels, thinking, what can I do closer to home? And took a trip up along Lake Huron, where I was born and raised, and took my camera and got a feel for whether a project was there or not. And it just led into a series of trips along the lakes.
While the lakes offer plenty of natural beauty, Zurich says his photography focuses on the relationship between people and place.
I focus on this human landscape because I kind of see it as a mirror that reflects the lives of the people who've lived in that place. And so for me, if I try to make an image of that, what I'm really trying to do is visually capture that human story.
Zurich said he was struck by how deeply connected people around the lakes are to the water.
Folks who live along these lakes have a real affinity for those lakes. I mean, much of who they are as a person is shaped in some way or another by those lakes. It was that connection to the lake that was always coming out. And so in my photography, I was trying to capture that.
He adds that the Great Lakes provided as much inspiration and adventure as any of his global projects.
I had as big an adventure doing this work as I have any other place in the world. And I'm talking about Tibet and the Himalaya and all these kind of remote islands in the South Pacific. And that was a great joy for me to realize that I could have that just as much fun and be as creatively engaged, tooling along the Great Lakes as I could anywhere else in the world.
The Third Coast can be found online on the Northwestern University Press website or at local bookstores. Samuel McKnight, WZMQ 19 News.
The St. Rocco St. Anthony Society in Ishpeming is continuing a tradition this weekend that's over a century old. Our own John Truitt has a preview of Ishpeming's Italian Fest.
This Saturday is the 126th annual Italian Fest at the Alqual Recreation Area in Ishpeming.
St. Rocco St. Anthony Society sponsors the picnic. It does cost quite a bit to put on. But we're proud to be able to do it, and we're happy that people can come out and enjoy the day. And basically, you only pay for your food when you're here, and everything else is free and, free entry, so come and enjoy.
The festival will feature live music, the infamous greased pole, games for kids of all ages, and of course, Italian food.
We'll have about 1,500 meatballs again, and when that goes, it goes, and that's what we tell people, so get here early because it runs out about 4 o'clock, maybe sometimes 4:30, but if you want an Italian dinner, come early.
Due to bad weather on the 4th of July, Ishpeming's fireworks will be a part of this year's Italian Festival. Another addition is the debut of the new band shell.
We're very proud of our new band shell that we built back there. It took a few of us to get it done, but we got it in time just for the festival. And we're really excited about it. We were even able to do some landscaping around it. City helped us a lot with some of that work.
Of historical note, the St. Anthony and St. Rocco Society actually started out as a type of insurance for Italian miners in the area. Gates open this Saturday at 2 p.m. and admission is always free. In Ishpeming, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
Mike Ludlam has your sports highlights when we come back. He'll take us downstate where 4 UP teams take part in the Michigan Veterans Baseball State Tournament. We'll be right back.
From now through July at Fox Marquette Subaru, lease a 2025 Subaru Outback Premium for $377 a month for 36 months with $3,000 due at signing, or get 1.9% APR for 72 months on select new 2025 Subaru Outback model. Fox Marquette Subaru, experience the difference.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
It's that time of year again. It's Christmas in July at Richardson Jewelers, downtown Marquette. Christmas has come early for our customers the entire month of July. It's our biggest store-wide sale of the year, with up to 60% off. That's what I said, up to 60% off. Loose diamonds up to 50% off. Santa has come down the chimney at Richardson Jewelers, downtown Marquette.
Richardson Jewelers. It's the highlight of the summer, the Marquette County Fair. Livestock, classic cars and tractors, live music and performances, art, games, and of course, the food. With new additions this year, the fair has something fun for everyone. The 2025 Marquette County Fair, August 7th, 8th, and 9th at the Marquette County Fairgrounds. It's fun for all ages.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics. What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law. How to raise children. Get out of here!
Door tap.
Goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
See what's bothering Archie on All in the Family.
Sundays from 8 to 10 on WZMQ Me TV. Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
Lease a 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Sport for $356 a month for 36 months with $3,000 due at signing, or get 2.9% APR for 72 months on select new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek models. Fox Marquette Subaru, experience the difference.
Good evening, everyone. 4 Upper Peninsula teams are competing in the Lower Peninsula in the Michigan Veterans Baseball State Tournament. The Escanaba Cubs started the action this morning against Big Rapids, and this tournament, I believe, is taking place at Northwood University's field in Midland. Did not take Escanaba long to get going into this one, as Bon Lachance will drive in a run as he puts that one toward the right field corner. And that puts Escanaba in front 1-0, and yes, Bond says good. Moments later, a squeeze bunt, and I'm not sure what kind of a throw of the plate that was, but Lachance scored easily, and Escanaba had a pair at that point. And we move to another inning, and yes, it's the Bon Lachance show once again. This one was kind of confusing. Looked like the left fielder was going to catch it. No, it didn't happen. And 2 runs ended up scoring on this play, and Escanaba went on to win this one by the count of 14-2. Some of the other scores from the tournament today: Kingsford gets a 2-run hit from Jack Kriegel in the late innings, and that was enough for the Greens to defeat 3 Oaks by the score of 9-5. A big day for the Marquette Blues. Gibby Jazuski had 4 hits and 5 RBIs. The Blues downed Ironwood 16-0. Escanaba had a second game, but it did not go so well for the Cubs. The Bay City Legion team limited Escanaba to 3 hits, and Bay City won this game 5-0. It's a double elimination tournament. Escanaba will jump back into play Friday against Adrian, and most of the other teams should be in action tomorrow. The Negaunee 11 and 12-year-old major baseball team has arrived back home after winning the state tournament yesterday in Saginaw. Police cars and fire trucks escorted the team to Rivers Field after a quick trip downtown around 4:45 this afternoon. The Mini Miners went 6-0 in the tournament. The semifinal 1-0 win over Southern Grand Rapids was certainly a nail-biter, but yesterday's victory over Plymouth Canton also a tough contest since Negaunee had a rally to defeat that team. Negaunee coach Joe Dost says he was pleased with the boys' poise, sportsmanship, and quality of play throughout the tournament.
Never experienced anything like this. This is a hero's welcome, and these boys deserve it. They played their butts off, and they represented their community with class, and gave everything they had to bring home this state championship to Negaunee. We're a small community with, we had 42 kids in our majors division that we drew from, but these kids, they belong. They're gonna show what they can do and show the rest of the Great Lakes region that we're here to play.
Team Michigan will face the winner of Kentucky and Ohio. Now that Michigan game will take place Sunday, August 3rd in suburban Indianapolis. Now let's look back at last night's game against Plymouth Canton. Second inning, bases loaded, nobody out, and relief pitcher Evan Cardinal had to set down 3 batters, including the final one on strikes, to keep Negaunee in business, trailing just 1-0. Mini Miners take the lead in the top of the second. Basil Hill, bat hop single to center field. Evan Cardinal scores. Johnny Junty was right behind him with a nice slide. Negaunee was in front 2-1. They added up 2 more to take a 4-1 lead. Third inning, and ouch. Nathan Harvilla all over that 2-2 pitch, and he was guessing fastball, and I think he guessed right. Absolutely hammered that one over the fence for a solo homer. Negaunee with a 5-1 advantage. Then leading 5-2 in the 4th inning, Ben Ponanen smoothly swings and singles to left field. Misplayed out there. Wyatt Dost crossed the plate, so did Maddox Halanka, and Negaunee had a 7-2 advantage. However, Plymouth Canton would plate 3 runs to get back in the game. Jet Mitchell with an RBI single to left field. That one closed the gap to 7-5. That called for another pitching change. Callan Johnson came in and struck out a batter to end the rally, and Negaunee still leading by 2 runs. Bottom of the 5th, and Nathan Harvilla, bang, found another offering in his wheelhouse, and this also was a no-doubter. Another solo blast to give Negaunee an 8-5 margin. That was 3 homers and 2 games for Harvilla. Negaunee added 2 more runs, and Johnson recorded the final strikeout. Negaunee won its first state championship in the 11 and 12-year-old major division with a 10-5 victory over Plymouth Canton. Let us move to Major League Baseball now, the ones where the people are paid a lot more, the Blue Jays and the Tigers. And Jahmai Jones gets things going for Detroit in the bottom of the 1st. A solo home run, his 4th of the year. Tigers looking pretty good, leading 1-0. Reese Olson pitched 5 pretty darn good innings for the Tigers, but the 6th, not so good. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. punches that one to left field. That's going to get a run around third and score, and that would tie the contest at 1. A short time later, Ernie Clement will find a pitch. Yeah, he likes that one pretty well too. That's good for a 3-run homer. The Blue Jays would take a 4-1 lead, his 5th of the campaign. Moments later, Joey Luperfido hit a solo home run to make it 5-1, and it kept right on going. Toronto won this one easily, 11-4. Tigers have lost 10 of their last 11 games. Global wrestling icon Hulk Hogan has died. He died this morning, according to World Wrestling Entertainment. Hogan, whose real name is Terry Bollea, rose to become one of the biggest wrestling stars of all time. The Augusta, Georgia native's popularity helped to propel WWE to global recognition in the 1980s. Hulk Hogan was 71 years old, and we will be right back.
Shop hundreds of Lazy Boys at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Kick back in comfort in an industry-leading recliner. Choose from all fabrics, colors, and sizes with prices starting as low as $4.99 plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture in Houghton today.
The hustle. The stroll. Both acceptable walks. Not recommended? The communicator. Or the mad dasher. Michigan averages about 150 fatal pedestrian crashes a year. So follow the rules of the road whether you're driving or walking. Cross at an intersection or crosswalk and follow traffic signals. Do that, and you'll get where you're going safely.
It's hilarious.
hidden camera, hijinks. The world's longest running prank show is back. Just for laughs, gags.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS.
Home for CBS is WZMQ 19.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Why should you consider re-siding your home? Your home is the largest investment you'll make. Protect it with new siding installed by the experts at the Window Store. We offer a range of affordable, high-quality siding options, including premium ABC seamless steel siding with attractive financing options available. And we install all winter long across the entire UP. Schedule your appointment today and enjoy the Window Store experience for yourself. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
Final look at your forecast as we're focusing on air quality and heat as we head through the weekend. So for tonight, to prepare for this, the air quality warning, make sure to close those windows tonight, and when you drive tomorrow morning, have the air conditioning recirculating in your car. There also is a dense marine fog advisory, so if you were planning to take the boat out tomorrow morning, just keep that in mind. We'll have reduced visibility, and the air quality will be until 12:15 tomorrow afternoon. So keep that in mind as you enjoy the sunshine tomorrow morning. Just take it easy. Listen to your body. Temperatures into the mid to upper 70s and even some mid 80s getting in there. And we'll keep the 80s on this 7-day through the weekend and into Monday too. Lots of sunshine on the way. A few storms when we get to Sunday, and it will be unsettled to start off the next week ahead. And then temperatures dip back down to the mid 70s for Tuesday, and then we carry the 70s through Wednesday and Thursday, keeping the sunshine and the rain out of the way.
Kelly, thanks again. And finally tonight, a beloved Marquette summer tradition returns this weekend. Art on the Rocks will be at Matson Lower Harbor Park this Saturday and Sunday for its 65th year. The festival will feature over 100 artists, both local and nationwide, with everything from painting to woodworking to sculpting. The director of Art on the Rocks says the event has lasted so long because of the support of the city and the community.
Primarily, it's the community's embrace of it. If there wasn't an interest among community members and people visiting the area to attend things like this, it wouldn't be viable. We had the support of the city of Marquette, of Travel Marquette, of local partners to keep things going. It's really just become a big tradition in Marquette.
Art on the Rocks will take place from 10 to 6 on Saturday and 10 to 4 on Sunday. Mike, real quickly, anything else?
No, it's a quiet night tonight.
All right, like to hear it. We'll see y'all later tomorrow.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is going on now through August at Fox Marquette Ford. Get 0% APR for 48 months or $7,500 in rebates on the 2024 F-150. The Ford Summer Sales Event is going on now through August at Fox Marquette Ford.